Hello, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining me for today's webinar, Encapsulation Excellence, Avoiding Costly Pitfalls. We're excited to have you with us for this lunch break session, where you gain practical knowledge and guidance on how to improve your encapsulation processes and avoid common and costly mistakes. My name is Cécile, and I will be your moderator for this session. I am here today with Joël Hombourger, Global Technical Manager at Lonza Capsule and Health Ingredients. Joël brings over 20 years of experience in capsule filling technologies and is a leading expert in technical support for hard capsule filling machines. He collaborates closely with pharmaceutical and nutraceutical partners to drive continuous improvement and operational excellence across the encapsulation process. Before we dive into the content, just a few quick housekeeping items to help you make the most out of today's session. This session is being recorded, and you'll receive a link to the replay via email after the webinar to watch it again at your convenience. You will also have the opportunity to participate in quick poll questions that will appear under the poll section at the bottom right of your screen during the session. I encourage you to take part. And of course, questions are welcome. You can type them anytime in the question section at the bottom right of your screen. We'll address them as many as we can during the Q&A at the end of the presentation. That's it from my side. Joël, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Cécile, and welcome everyone. And thank you for joining this webinar. It's a pleasure to welcome you here. Today, we will explore together how we can reach encapsulation excellence while avoiding costly pitfalls. For that, we will leverage the extensive technical expertise acquired over the last 50 years and extending well beyond the supply of capsules. Indeed, we believe that manufacturing efficiency in pharma isn't just about saving time or cutting costs. It's about making high-quality healthcare products more accessible, reliable, and sustainable. That's why we focus on real challenges faced on the production floor, whatever it is hard capsules, equipment, or process related. We work together alongside our customers to find practical and science-based solutions to each issues they might be facing. Today, I'm excited to share insight and tools that can help you optimize your processes. I hope you will leave this webinar with something valuable to bring back to your work. For the past 24 years at Lonza and Capsugel, I have had the chance to partner with our customers across technical service, R&D, QA, and product management. This role have given me a broad overview of the industry and, more importantly, the chance to collaborate with people from different teams and backgrounds in order to make a real impact. Outside of work, I am a proud father of two amazing boys and a basketball fan. I am deeply inspired by the mindset and work ethic of legends like Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant. Their dedication reminds me daily of the power of tenacity and teamwork, two values we also have at our core. So now, let's take a look at the agenda for the next 30 minutes. We will start by exploring a few real-world cases that highlight common mistakes and, more importantly, how they can be resolved. Then, I'll share more details about the technical service we have developed to support you overcome these challenges. Lastly, I'll briefly introduce our technical service team. Of course, if you have any question, please feel free to share them on the chat. We will make our best to address them during the Q&A session at the end. So let's start now with some concrete cases. We have picked up 3 cases we thought might be interesting to you, but of course, we would have presented several other situations we partnered with our customer to solve. Pitfall number 1 is about not considering the dosing style or machine type during formulation. In this case, one customer was receiving a growing number of consumer complaints for capsules that had a bitter taste. It was known that the API has a bitter taste. but they have chosen capsules to overcome this, which is one great advantage of the capsule dosage form. This was unfortunately not sufficient in this case. Let's explore why. Actually, they were experiencing closing troubles, and the powder was like creating a coating on the segment that was also leading to low yield. The diagnosis here was quite clear. The bitter taste consumers were experiencing was due to residual powder outside of the capsule. The root cause, mostly due to the powder characteristic, sticky and gritty. Thus, the powder slug was not properly generated and the capsules were filled beyond capacity, above the body level, meaning residual powder. We came out with a solution that was the need for a greater compaction of the powder that would form a better slug and thereby reducing powder loss. To achieve this greater compaction, it can be done through different ways, like implementing an incremental tamping and adjusting the tamping pin pressure, definition of the best dosing disc type, optimizing powder properties, defining specific environmental conditions, and improving the humidity regulation in the production room. After implementing the solution defined with the customer team, not only the consumer complaints declined, but the yield improved by 10%, and the speed of the equipment could be increased by 25%. This had a real impact for the customer with cost saving. Here, what is important to remember is the triangle between formulation, capsule, and filling machine, and having a deep understanding on the impact each has one the other. For that, it is crucial to know the different capsule filling technologies and dosing options to be able to recognize the benefit and limitation, but also to formulate the success from the beginning and apply quality by design principle. In this slide, we show example of the capsule dosing technologies that are available on the market for the filling of powder product. First, you have the gravity fed, then the tamping pin, and also the dosator. Applying quality by design means you can work and match dosing style to product characteristic and vice versa. Now, we will be curious to know which one those dosing technologies you have already used. So now let's take a look at the second cases we picked for today, the lack of standardization. In many manufacturing environments, it's common to see the same issue addressed in multiple ways, all aiming for the same end result. However, these varied approaches often differ in efficiency and impact. Some solutions take longer, generate more waste, and reduce yields. Despite these inefficiencies, the issue is eventually resolved and operations move forward with a sense of success. Yet, the extended lead time, increased product costs, and accumulated unusable material become accepted as the inevitable cost of doing business, rather than symptoms of a deeper process misalignment. When we apply a standard and logical sequence approach, one that is considering cost, time, and efficiency as part of the solution, the benefits are clear and measurable. First, we see faster issue resolution by following consistent methods. The time and effort needed to identify and fix problems are significantly reduced. Second, we achieve lower waste and shorter lead time. Standardization helps minimize the amount of unusable product and reduces delays in production. Third, we gain improved efficiency. When teams follow the same proven processes, operations run more smoothly. Overall performance improves. But perhaps most importantly, standardization doesn't just solve problems. It does so sustainably and efficiently, aligning outcomes with your business goals. In short, standardization is not about limiting flexibility, it's about creating a strong, repeatable foundation and empowers teams to perform at their best. In this case, one customer was growing at a fast pace and switched from 1 to 3 shifts. However, they couldn't reach their production needs, even with the additional shifts. They ended up working significantly overtime, but still missed their production targets. And the economical impact was significant. The symptoms experienced by this company was overtime, downtime, missed production targets, and extended lead times. It was clear that the lack of standardization made it difficult to scale up the production. The root cause was lack of standardization, inconsistency for troubleshooting process and machine setup, and misaligned perception about what is an acceptable machine condition. Therefore, we have been able to support this customer with hands-on training, with development of standard procedures or guidelines for troubleshooting and machine setup. We also had shift alignment to implement these new procedures in a consistent way across teams. Here, once again, we've been able to measure the value we have generated for these customers, and it was significant. After implementing the solutions we defined with our customer, the need for additional shifts was greatly reduced. There was also a reduction in downtime and a 2% increase in yield, along with a reduction in deviations. The key point for success is to have this alignment and standardization at different stages of the equipment lifecycle. The equipment assembly, the machine startup, and the troubleshooting process. It is important to link filling efficiency to standardized method, to recognize the importance of a clear, logical sequence in assembly, startup, and troubleshooting to define escalation triggers. Now, let's jump to pitfall number 3, not recognizing and controlling levels of cost in manufacturing. To outline the areas we will cover, here are the levels of cost we need to consider. First, uptime. I like to use this positive word here versus the negative of downtime. When we use the term uptime, it gets us thinking in the right direction. This is one of the silent killers we should not ignore. Second is speed. Time is money, and I'm sure you have often heard this sentence. Along with uptime, speed can affect the cost of each capsule greatly. Run the machine at the manufacturer recommended speed as long as it is safe and doesn't affect capsule quality. Last but not least, factory specification is what we find as the biggest source for costing company money. When you encapsulate, you have 4 factors interacting: the operator, the capsule, the fill material, and the machine. When the machine is at its best condition and operates at the manufacturer recommended specification, it can be the lubricant for the other three factors. What I mean here is that it can overcome a novice operator, a difficult to run, or a difficult to fill material. The capsule filling machine is the foundation for filling capsule. A poor foundation will create problem and cost company money. Luckily, many solutions or services can address those potential concerns. I won't go into details, but briefly, you can first question the formulation release criteria. You can also benefit from our optimization program I will present later on. You can also implement a SMED project or go through machine preventive maintenance to eliminate machine bottleneck. After the theory, let's go now over an example. One of our customers, equipped with multiple high-speed machines, was sadly only getting less than 50% of the output from each machine on a monthly basis. Our technical service team performed a one-day investigation and discovered that the machines were running consistently below machine builder rated speed. In addition, we observed that machine cleaning, changeover, and setup times were taking days instead of hours. Also, we observed capsule splitting on more than 50% of their products. We decided to run a process improvement program and created a team including various stakeholders from customers, operational, and QA, among others. In this case, we helped our customers implementing several solutions: plug-and-play changeovers, new formulation release criteria program, along with single-minute exchange of die projects. Additional trainings have been also performed to the operational team. With the process improvement program, our PIP, our customers could eliminate capsule splitting, increase the machine speed to machine builders' suggested speeds on 90% of their products. They also reduced downtime on cleaning, changeovers, and setup. With all those changes, the output per machine increased by 71%, leading to cost savings. In this case, our recommendations are to first identify and eliminate losses by seeking out inefficiencies, then prioritize uptime and run machine at full speed. Of course, it is key to maintain every equipment like new through regular preventive maintenance and also corrective actions if needed, and of course, to seal the gaps. Before we move on to our technical services portfolio, I would like to ask you which cases resonate the most with your experience. That will help us develop specific resources to partner with you even further. As I mentioned in the introduction, over the course of the last 50 years, we have acquired a wide experience on encapsulation, allowing us to partner with our customers through a broad variety of services. I will not go over all of them, as it will take too long, but you can definitely explore this further by downloading our brochure. We offer services for each phase of your product and equipment lifecycle, from early development phase to full-speed production. If you would like more details and explore which one can help you optimize your process, do not hesitate to contact us. To give you a flavor, for early phase, we provide consulting, including support for manufacturing, equipment selection, or maintenance optimization. We can also perform machine demo at our training center or remotely. For equipment sales, we offer many solutions for the supply of hard empty capsule filling machine that can support your growth. Lastly, we can introduce your R&D department to our Innovaform Accelerator Center and our team of dedicated scientists to support with your formulation needs. As you can see, we also have a large choice of filling equipment into our Capsugel Tech Solutions portfolio. We have our own equipment lines, including liquid fill hard capsule machines with our CFS 1200 and 1500 for early development, our LM70 for manufacturing, then powder microdosing system with our Xelodose 600S, and semi-automatic capsule filling machine with our Ultra 3. One of our strengths is also our alliance partner machine builders, such as Dot Bonapace, Arrow Figure, IMA, MJ Douai, or Syntegon, that are great partners since decades. We have established agreement in order to be able to work together hands in hands to provide our customers with the machine they need. Our holistic approach of the market gives us a very unique and trustful relationship with these machine manufacturers that are partners and friends. Finally, when operating in production, we have specific services such as certified operator training, during which we train your team. We can offer preventive maintenance visits, allowing you to always stay ahead. We can provide optimization toolkit, or we can help your team through consultancy to support quality by design implementation and thus reach optimal machinability performance. All those services can be used individually, or they can be part of a productivity improvement program, which is a strategic partnership we implement with our customers to address targeted capsule filling machine performance gap. The objective is to help you increase your yield, decrease the downtime, and reduce the waste. Of course, when it comes to machine improvement, there are different ways of measuring the benefit of what has been implemented. Indeed, instead of just looking at the price of raw materials such as capsules, it is key to measure the real saving that can arise from improving manufacturing efficiencies. With our premium capsules and our value-added services, we help our customers to reduce their costs, and we measure them through different ways. First, we establish cost baseline. Second, we measure cost impact. And third, we offer productivity benchmark and target. Last, we provide a repository of historical performance and improvement. And behind this investment in success, there is a team of experts entirely dedicated to customer support and satisfaction. We have a strong network of experts all over the world, speaking different languages and available to meet with our customer in many countries. This makes a real difference to support our customers when they need it and where they need it. Today, I wanted to introduce more in detail our amazing EMEA team. We have Romain, Christophe, Irvin, Mark, Steve, Juan Jose, Alberto, Onur, Marius, and Philippe. All together, they have a huge experience in the field and are supporting our customers in the region, and they are all eager to partner with you very soon. So now it's time to wrap up this webinar. I wanted to summarize the content we went over together. We presented you 3 real-life cases some of our customers encountered and how we helped them identify the root cause, but also implement some actions to solve the issues. For each of them, we showed you how our value-added services help our customer optimize their processes, gain more efficiency, but also save costs. We hope you find it useful and you will be able to implement some of it in your daily practice. I warmly encourage you to share your project, needs, or challenges with us, as we are fully committed to support you and help you succeed. I would also invite you to visit our technical support webpage if you want to get a deeper understanding of our portfolio of value-added services. With that, I would like now to open the QA session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joel, for this great presentation. It is now time to answer a few questions that have come in from the audience. If you did not yet, it's not too late to send us your question using the Q&A section at the bottom right of your screen. We will try to get through all of them, but if we run out of time, we will try to respond to you individually by email later. So here's the first question. What are the best conditions to maintain the capsules to avoid breakage?
All right, so here I think we'll speak mainly about the storage condition of the capsules. Here, I mean, for instance, the temperature, which will be between 15 and 25 degrees C, and your relative humidity between 35 and 65%. Nevertheless, what we can also propose to our customer as a solution, if you know that the storage condition can be outside of this range, then we have also our premium packaging, which is the Alu Plus bag, which is a packaging where the capsules are very well protected, especially from a humidity point of view, where the bag is heat sealed, and it really gives an amazing protection for the capsule to keep the LOD in a consistent way, even if you have some out of range storage condition.
Okay, thank you. One person asked about how to tackle sticking to tipping pins and would like more information on the selection of accurate dosing disc.
All right, so indeed, sometimes it can be quite challenging to handle sticky powder on tamping pin dosing technology. But now the machine builders, they've developed some answers to try to solve this. So first of all, it depends on the machine brand, and then we have a lot of connection with the machine builders to understand and to propose some of their features, some of their solution that they have. And I think also that one of the opportunity that we have here is also to take into account sometimes the humidity into the production room. This can help sometimes, for instance, to lower the humidity to avoid this kind of phenomenon on the filling machine. But after, it's really case by case, and then it will be great to to connect with us so that we can see exactly what could be the customized solution that we can propose.
Okay, thank you. One question came in the chat on troubleshooting during manufacture and common issues during equipment setup.
All right, so when it comes about troubleshooting, in most of the cases, we try to to define the type of defect depending on the different kind of phases for the filling process. So it starts with the filling of the empty capsules. Then you have the rectification, the separation, and then the closing and the ejection. So in that case, so for each of these steps, we have a clear view about what are the potential concerns that you can experience. But it's really a very large question that normally we tackle during, for instance, our certified operator training. We have a specific module about the defect and diagnosis, where we provide all these kind of answers via training that we perform to the operators and to the maintenance people, so that they can understand what should be the behavior they needs to have depending on the defect type, and by having in mind so this triangle, I mean the capsule, the machine, and feeding product. So having in mind what should I check for each of those elements and parameters on the filling process.
Okay. One person is asking about what is your latest development for liquid in capsules?
Well, so we have two models for small scale batches, meaning the CFS 1200 and the CFS 1500. These two machines, so CFS stands for capsule filling and sealing. So these small equipments are able to fill liquid or semi-solid solution into hard empty capsules. And then once the capsule is filled and closed, then the machine performs the sealing of the capsule. Then you have the drying, and after the capsule is ejected out of the machine once the process is completed. So these two machines are intended to be used in most of the case at R&D or tech transfer. And we have also our LEM 70 machine, which is the sealing machine so based on the same sealing and fusion principle for liquid filled capsules. And so when you are using this LEMS equipment, you will need for sure a liquid filling equipment to first perform the dosing of the liquid formulation into the hard empty capsules before it will be transferred to the LEM 70. So this is a little bit our portfolio for the liquid filled capsules.
Okay. Someone asked about capsule breakage, dispersion problem, and capsule packaging compatibility. I think this one is quite broad. Joël, if you can wait in here.
Yeah, well, so here it's a little bit going outside of the scope really of the technical service only. So here for this kind of topics, I will recommend to come back, to reach out to us once again and give us more details, so that we can address this question also with the support of our business development team, meaning colleagues that are really specialized about the interaction between our product and the filling product.
Yes, so we can maybe address another question. Someone asked about our capsule defects. What can be the root causes, how to mitigate, and the dependence of capsule type?
So here, indeed, we so all of the capsules are intended to work in an optimal way, as long as the machine is set up in a recommended way by the machine builders. So as long as the machine is in a like new condition, Then there is so the capsule should operate at the best and optimal performance. No problem.
Okay. Perfect. I can see that there are other questions in the chat, as you mentioned, Joel, on either gelatin cross-linking or other topics that are outside the scope of our tech services team. So they will be addressed by our dedicated team of experts from business development or Innovaform later.
Right.
For the sake of time, we'll have to conclude the Q&A session here. However, if your question wasn't addressed or is outside of the scope, we will come back to you individually after the webinar to reply to your questions and your needs. So thank you very much, Joel, for this great discussion. And of course, thank you to the audience for joining us today. We hope you find this session valuable and you walked away with practical insights to improve your encapsulation processes and avoid common mistakes. A special thanks to you, Joel, for sharing your deep expertise and experience with us. A recording of today's session will be sent to your inbox shortly. Feel free to revisit it or share it with your colleagues whenever you need it. If you have any further questions or would like to get in touch with our technical support team, don't hesitate to reach out. We are here to help. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thank you.